what is transformation? And let's be honest, it's just a fancy word for change.
Visit CTIO101.com and become a 101er.
When you need to transform everything, it's probably more, there's loads of stuff you need to change.
There was a statistic ages ago. It said, 70% of transformations fail. But of the 30% that are successful, the majority actually then do harm to the company.
Late 90s, early noughts, you had big enterprise systems that were largely bespoke, and they were built very specifically for the working practices of those businesses. So the industry that we work in, so the accounting systems that they use were very bespoke. They could do everything, and to an extent they could, but they modernized, but to the end users, they took everything back. So that was the teen period. And it feels like we're now in this third generation where we're unpicking all of that.
If you run a business where the way you order coffee is actually what makes customers go crazy, and it's a little bit unusual and non-obvious, then the last thing you want to do is homogenize that in an ERP system.
You adopt really good enterprise mass market products.
Yeah.
And then where there are gaps in functionality, you build. So actually most enterprise products have APIs, right? So you can then build. You fill the gaps and the limitations with custom products, but you hire really good software engineering talent. So you get the benefit of great user experience plus the functionality that you truly need, rather than just rubbish user experience.
And API as a product is now a thing. What does our subject need to do? Yeah. And rather than say, oh, we'll have to write that, we'll have to write that, we'll have to write that, you've got this massive setup of lots of different systems. They've all got APIs, and you can satisfy nearly 90% of your journeys just by using other people's APIs. And it goes right back to code reuse. And you must have been in dev teams where the second team has developed something that's already been written the year before by a different dev team. So reuse is not just about having the components, it's also about knowing where all the different bits of Lego are and what color they are, and having some sort of inventory of the different APIs. So this sort of API, come to us, send us this kind of message, we'll send you this kind of response. That's a much better way than writing it yourself, isn't it? And then you sort of put them all together like a sort of a patchwork.
The truth is, for any big technology transformation, there's going to be this huge complex sequence of changes that are required before you can deliver the big change that you want to get to. So if you wanted to change a particular core application, you might suddenly find you've got to change the devices they sit on, the security platform that they're sat on, the infrastructure, and all of a sudden you're staring down the barrel of a 2-3 year transformation program.
What if you're looking at the problem, or the challenge or whatever, and it just is too complicated? How do we simplify? The French mathematician said, apologies for the length of this letter. It would have been a lot shorter had I had longer to write it.
CTIO 101, a part of Tech Decisions Made Good.